Welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray on ESPN 790 AM, brought to you proudly by the Tennessee Wildlife and Resources Agency.
Hey, good Saturday morning. Welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray as we close out this week's show. Appreciate Shelby McCall pushing all the buttons and keeping us rolling over here. Sorry we couldn't get Dave Gabbard and Gene Smith as co-hosts, but we're down to one line. Hopefully next week we'll be back to normal as we continue every Saturday morning. And you folks in Brownsville, Jackson, and Memphis area here listening to this show. One of my favorite people we're getting ready to come in and talk for a few minutes with. This guy was, when I became outdoor editor at the Commercial Appeal, I didn't know anything about anything when it came to bird dogs or anything like that. And there were a handful of people that knew that and knew I was trying to follow Henry Reynolds, who knew everything and knew everybody. And but I looked for people who would offer me advice and be nice to me and things along that line. And lo and behold, that was 1988, folks. 1988. If I'm not mistaken, that is 33 years ago. And this guy coming on right now is still going. He may be 88 years old, but I don't know if anybody's got more of a passion to work with dogs than Buddy Smith of Collierville, Tennessee. Hey, Buddy, good morning. How you doing, buddy?
Well, good morning. Yeah, I sure appreciate
the kind words.
Conversation we're about to have. I really appreciate it.
It's going to be fun. For you folks out there, you know, Buddy began his National Bird Hunting Association career with the NBHA back in the early 80s, I think, but Buddy was successful in those times. Handler of the Year in 87. Got some this may be wrong. I don't know what the update is. 70 wins, 10 different dogs. He's one of the leading handlers in each of the NBHA's organization. And listen to this, folks. This guy right here has had some puppies that went on to win the National Bird Dog Championship. And, of course, one of those was the National All-Age Champion. That was Shadow Oak Bow. But he's still at it at 88 years, and that's our good friend Buddy Smith. And, Buddy, I know, I guess let's put the age beside us and talk about why you do what you do. What keeps Buddy Smith going?
Well, it's always been competition and a trial, and I love it. And I'm still trying to develop young dogs. That's my goal, to develop champion dogs. Somebody else, when they leave me, somebody else could take them on and win with them in the all-age circuit, or the shooting dog circuit, or the walking circuit. So to be a champion, they got to have good breeding to start with. And I've been lucky enough. I've never been a top breeder. I've had good luck picking up young dogs from other breeders, and maybe carrying them on and making champions out of them. And so it's just a lot of fun. And I'm still ready to keep going. I think I got another couple of years left.
You're going to 90.
I'm gonna be trying.
You're going to 90. You're trying to push 90 in there, and I know it's hard to say. You're still in competition, right, buddy? I mean, you were in Georgia. I mean, are you still?
Yes,
you were out there in Georgia recently, and I think you did well. Your dog did well. So, health-wise, I mean, are you doing good? I mean, you got to be, because this is not an easy thing you're doing.
Yeah, well, I still feel good. I've had several major setbacks. I had a hip put in '89.
I remember, yeah.
And a little bit later on, I've had both knees replaced.
Okay.
And,
only
the shoulder replaced.
Yeah, folks, this is not a boxer he's talking about. This is a real person. They had hip replaced, both knees replaced, shoulder replaced. He's 88 years old, but he still gets a kick out of it. So, and some of the dogs, buddy, that have come through you, how about Admiral Warbond? How about that? How about Shadow Oak Bow? I mean, name some dogs that have come through your place.
Lee Haar's Main Tech.
Yes.
He won the Prix d'Award 2 years in a row. and she holds a record both championships, open championships, and any dog ever won. I think she's got 13 or 14 open championships.
Wow.
Then you had Warhoop Road.
Warhoop Road, 1996.
Yeah.
It was Billy Blackwell, and that's kind
right.
of.
Then you had Cedar Oak Kate.
Yes, yeah.
And I sold her. We have developed her. And Tom Honecker won the national with her.
Late Tom Honecker, yes, he did. Yeah, and
yes, sir.
And so the list, and people understand. You get puppies, right? I mean, your specialty is puppies. I mean,
yes, sir. It's been young dogs. That's right.
So you said you got about 10 now. How do you determine when you've got a winner? Can you tell at that young age this dog is going to be that good?
Not 100%, but I start out with a prospect, and then I go from there. I evaluate them. I put them through challenges that I want them to. I think they got to meet if they're going to be a champion later on, and that's. I keep evaluating them, and it's a challenge for the dog. You know,
it is.
A dog has got to bend and do exactly. I know what I want him to do.
Yes.
And if he's willing to do that, and he got the ability to do that, he's athletic enough to do that, got a heart, got a motor.
Yes.
Then I could work with him.
I think that's what the recent champion, Lulu, with Billy Blackwell's dog, who just won the National Bird Dog Championship.
Yes, sir.
I mean, that dog has heart and everything else, and are athletes. And so what are the ages of the dogs that you work with?
I'd say if I raise them, get them younger at weaning age, but I'd say 8 months old would be a time for me if I recognize where some good breeding is, and buy one of those pups out of good females and males.
Yeah.
And then I start about at 8 months old, and with my program in.
And that program, is that boot camp DVD still around, buddy?
Yeah. It's I had that. That was the name of my last tape was Boot Camp.
I remember that. And I remember your Buddy Stick too, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. Well, that's another thing I've always been. I still use it. I'm proud. It's a training tool.
It is.
That,
yes.
I developed and patented, and it's known nationwide. And it's I'm proud of it. I use it. Not every day, but I use it regular in my training program.
Okay, well, name a dog. What's you said so many. I mean, Shadow Oak Bo. How about Cedar Oak Kate? That was the late Honecker's and Warhoop Road, Cypress, Gunpowder. I'm just naming things off. That you've been able to come through your place.
Rain Cloud was another great dog that went on, and he won everything but the national. He was in the national a couple of times, and so it's just a thrill to.
It is a thrill. The thrill is still there, right, buddy?
Be part of it, and have a young dog that's got the ability. And I think it will come on and be a champion and a national champion. And I'm still looking for another one.
You're looking, okay. You're still looking. And again, we're talking to Buddy Smith, our good friend Buddy Smith out of Collierville, Tennessee, at National Bird Hunters Association. He's been part of that forever, and training these puppies become champions right out of his place in Collierville. And Buddy, I know, is this what you wanted to be when you were a little kid, or do you remember when you were a kid? I don't know if I can't remember, so... Are you doing what you love?
Not really. I was a little basketball at high school. We won the state championship at Walden, Mississippi.
I thought so, yeah.
And then after that, I got a scholarship. I played 2 years of junior college basketball at Northwest Junior College at Saratoga.
Yeah,
And then I started bird hunting down there with my coach, Coach Oakley, Bill Oakley.
Bill Oakley,
college coach there for several years at Northwest.
Yeah.
And We got started wild bird hunting, and we had a lot of birds back those days, just tons of birds, in 57, 58.
Yeah.
I met my wife, and she graduated here at Collierville in 50.
Well, now you're telling her age now, buddy. You better watch it now, buddy. You're telling your wife's age now. So
yeah.
That means you guys have been
57. And I dated about a year. I got out of junior college. And she was finishing high school here, and we got married. So that when I was going on, I had a scholarship to go on and play
basketball
at OBS Delta State,
yes,
Memphis State.
Yeah,
and then I offered me a scholarship, and I was planning on going that fall. But during the summer months, she got pregnant.
Yeah.
I got her pregnant, we expected a baby.
Everything changed.
That ended my college. So I had to go to work.
You had to go to work, and we only got a couple of minutes here, but I know people like Hoyle Eaton, the legendary Hoyle Eaton, people like that.
That's right. Hoyle was a big help to me. I mean,
he helped me, buddy.
He picked me up and told me come on out and start riding with him out here in Slade, Mississippi. He was traded out there then, and I went out and started riding with him. And then a month or two later, he told me to buy me a horse, and I bought me a horse, and I kept riding with him, and he got to loving it, just loving it.
It became part of your.
I just couldn't turn it down. I just loved it, so I got hung up on. Then I started field trialing, and Hoyle was a big help for me, getting me interested.
Okay,
showing me what to do and when to do it, how to do it.
He showed me. I know that when I was a pup, and so to speak. No pun intended. So, how long you guys been married? You and your wife?
We got married in 57.
57. So let's figure that up now. That's 43 and 21. That's 64.
61. Yeah.
Okay, that's quite a chore right there, buddy, for her to take that long. Hey, we got to go. We appreciate you, man. Look, we'll get Buddy back on in the summer, and you never know what's going to happen to Buddy. But Buddy, appreciate your help to me over the years, man. Putting up with me and everything. I still got some pictures of you on the 4-wheeler and those 4 dogs out in front of you. And
yes, sir. I remember that. I appreciate it too.
I was there, Buddy Smith. Thank you, man. Have a great day, and we'll talk down the road. Great job, buddy. Thank you, man. All right.
I appreciate it. Same to you. Okay, we'll talk to you later. Bye.
All right, Buddy Smith. Wow. Well, let me tell you about next week's show because it's going to be really fun. Ron Wong and John Gordon, I hope, are back as co-hosts. We're going to talk to Terry Denman, the president and CEO of Mojo Outdoors, Spinning Wing Decoy fame, American Crappie Trail champion. I think we're going to do those, but I think everything is set up with that with Tony Thomas. And then pro bass angler Dustin Connell and Russ Bailey, host of Brushpile TV. I think that is on for next week. Shelby, I'm not sure what next week's going to be. I'm trying to get through this week. Thank you, Shelby. We did it. That's right. And this is Larry Ray reminding you I do each and every week. It doesn't have to cost an extra cent to be a good sport. And God bless the USA.